Ladies and gentlemen, this is Thrice with Thrice's Daily Download. Here bringing you some brief news. Then we're going to start into our segment Down the Rabbit Hole with tonight's show, The World of Dreams, a look into the sleeping mind. I got a feeling it's going to be a pretty awesome show tonight, folks. Hopefully, I promoted enough I can get some callers in. If you are listening live, I do want to hear your experiences. I do want to hear from you and see what you think about dreams and dreaming and what you do when you close your eyes. So, first what we're doing is I'm going to start off with something a little different here, folks. Instead of going into notes that I usually have, I freestyle everything for the most part in life and in my business, and here on this radio show. So, usually I just take a little notes on some stories I'm interested in. Today, I'm going to directly go from my HTC Blink feed. If you don't know what that is, it's a news feed. If you have an HTC One, that's what I've been using to find these stories. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take a look through here and read them off the top, see how this rolls, see if it moves smoothly. So this is a test, everybody. This is only a test. This is an actual broadcast, but I am doing a test at the moment. All right, so first article here based on ISIS. The U.S. fights back with Welcome to ISIS Land, graphic video. This is interesting. I haven't heard about this. This is International Business Times. Just to give credit where credit is due. The U.S. has produced and distributed graphic mock of Islamic State propaganda video to fight the Sunni militant group via social media. The play video, which I can link to, but I'm not going to, Welcome to ISIS Land, was published by the State Department Center of Strategic Counterterrorism Communications. The state, now, hold on, this is the U.S. Wow, this is us, you guys, the U.S. The State Department said in an email statement to the press Thursday night. The mock video shows graphic images of the militant group committing crimes that have been widely reported by the media over the past 2 months and that are now being investigated by the United Nations. The video looks similar to those distributed and promoted by ISIS militants on social media outlets such as Twitter and YouTube. Wow, guys, so here we go. This is U.S. is fighting back, and instead of bombing, they are attacking with social media tactics, straight propaganda. Gotta love it. World War II definitely bred this kind of war. It just makes you wonder on the people who are arguing for the fact that ISIS is fake in the first place. Is this really a modern-day Hollywood movie attempt? Is this really just trying to bring fantasy to reality and keep everybody entertained? Is that what they're willing to go through? I mean, right here they're showing you, they're creating fake videos. They're putting out, Welcome to ISIS Land. First of all, I've said it before, they were saying they were going to switch to Islamic State. They're still using all the names that I think there was Esau and some other name. But it's just ridiculous, folks. ISIS, whether it's acronym or not, ISIS is a term for the Egyptian deity, woman deity, mother deity. And to just disgrace his name like that is ridiculous. I think that's first. We should, punish these people for it. Just playing, guys. But I mean, seriously, it's really sad that in a world where you can take a name that was beautiful and convert it just because it was in a different language. Interesting, folks. All right, so there you go. U.S. is aiming to come at ISIS with propaganda, just like they're using their propaganda. Pretty interesting here. Okay, here's one on Gawker. 20-year-old driver was on Facebook when she killed a great-grandmother. Oh, my God. So, again, this is on Gawker, everybody. Police say a 20-year-old driver struck and killed an 89-year-old woman. What? She was too busy looking through her Facebook pictures on her phone. Oh, man, I don't even got to finish that sentence. She was driving, folks. So looking at Facebook while she was driving. Abby E. Sletton was charged with negligent homicide. That's just horrible. Imagine how this girl feels, first of all. Imagine how this young lady feels in charge of homicide because she was staring at Facebook. Like, if you are a sheep and you go through that, guarantee you're waking up after that one. You are just like, oh, thank you, Lord. Like, thank you all for opening my eyes. Or you're just going to the dark side. You are gone. So, yeah, basically, we all know what's going on here. She basically, there she goes. She got arrested, charged for homicide. So she's going to jail. Yeah, don't you know how it happened? There we go. So sad. Soon they're going to try to pass laws, you guys, so we can't even look at our ass While we're trying, you can't even use your phone. When you get into the car turns off your phone automatically and converts into the car. So you got to automatically install these GPS boxes. That's what they're going to do. That's not news, by the way, folks. That was just me joking. So, moving forward, Dutch going overseas here. Dutch dentist accused of multilating French patients. I don't know what that means. Arrested in Canada. AFP. That's the news organization, folks. A fugitive Dutch dentist accused of multilating. Sounds funny. Dozens of French patients has been arrested in Canada for following an international manhunt. Mark Van Nierop. Interesting. His real first name is Jacobus. I wouldn't trust a guy named Jacobus. Has been sought under an international arrest warrant since February on charges including intentional violence causing permanent mutilation. Oh, mutilating. Wow. I totally pronounced that word wrong. Accused of mutilating. Mutilating. How did I say that? Anyway, been a long day, folks. Let's see. He was arrested this week in a small town of Nakwak in the Canadian province of New Brunswick. It is not yet known how he was found. French prosecutors told AFP on Thursday they will seek his extradition to France. Unconfirmed reports in Canadian media said Van Nierop tried to commit suicide by slitting his throat at the time of his arrest. Crazy guy. Man, this is crazy. So he was caught by a headhunter. This is crazy, guys. This is like a full-on, again, movie. Very interesting how all these movies we see have kind of real-life counterparts that exist. A group of 120 victims formed a collective to press charges. Wow. That's intense, you guys. 120 victims. And a criminal investigation was opened against him in May 2013. So he's been on the run for a while. Now they're extraditing him to France and the process. So there you go. That's a fun one. See, this is great. Just reading from the actual news clips. Not worrying or writing stuff down. Just take time, folks. I like to just give it to you fresh, off the top of the head. Makes it easy for me to think. Nocturnal Wonderland. I don't know. Oh, it's interesting. You guys know what Nocturnal Wonderland is, Colin? Let's go. Alright. We travel a winding road in Ukraine. Literally twisted metal. Oh, yeah, Ukraine. There's stuff going on here in Ukraine on Vice News. Great news source, guys. And this is why I want to do this, because I really want to, sit down and write every single person, and I was just given a different version of the news, so I wasn't really giving any credit to these sources. And I think it's great to know where to find some good news throughout the day. I mean, I'm on at 11 o'clock, you guys, and I really want to focus on some of this other stuff when I get to the main segments. This brief, news brief is really just for you. If it's the end of the day, you haven't heard a lot going on, or you get crappy news, that's something definitely. You don't really get to listen to real news. You just get people yelling and arguing about crap. Let's see. Ukraine. Charged torso of corpses. Carnage. Let's see. This just looks like a bunch of stuff going on. Let's see. Sorry, folks. This is why I usually go through them. Now I want to test this out tonight because sometimes people are right. The smell of burnt flesh. Yeah, I like Vice. I do like Vice, and different people are on there, so it's not always the same article. So that every writer has their own creative writing technique, and that's fine. I'm just more information when I'm in the news, man. I like to just hear the facts. Ammunition exploded in the heat of the blaze. It scattered across the floor. See, oh man! Above the wreckage, another bloated body hangs limply and on an electricity wire, legs and arms dangling. The force of shell that hit the vehicle was has blasted tens of feet into the air. Just very interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to find the actual facts here. I guess it's just when the mortar shells were going off between Russia and Ukraine. So yeah, just one of the cities in Ukraine just completely wasted, huge of bombs, just like hanging out in the field. This is crazy, I just think all this, it's already sucks. It's already pretty theatrical. I don't want to read like an article that's basically like a like a book, a fiction book, where it's like Knights and the Dragons. So, that sucks though, guys. They're still bombing over there, and that's still continuing. So if you don't know a lot about that, you should look into it. Russia, I'm being dicks. At least that's what it seems like. You know, we never really know though. I mean, there's been people, I've heard people talking about pro-Russia stuff, where it's not so much pro-Russia in the essence of, you know, supporting what they're doing. It's in the essence of we don't really know what's going on. It's like Obama reported yesterday him stopping in Estonia, and he was, you know, that's a big play, like a chess play to try and get them. And they're, you know, NATO is basically, that's what the summit's about, is voting on, you know, repealing the agreement to not put bases near Russian borders. And that's a big deal, guys. Like I said, if you haven't heard about what's going on with Russia, it's something you should really pay attention to. Let's see, so moving forward here, don't want to look at Beyonce, don't want to care. Oh, do you know anything about Argentine rock star Gustavo Cerati dies after a long coma. Oh, that sucks. You know anything about him? Sorry. Or if you like him, sorry. Oakland pay millions to Seattle cheerleading wage theft case. Wow, that looks interesting. Let's check that out. Let's see. This is from International Business Times, everybody, from today. The Oakland Raiders will have to pay two former cheerleaders $1.25 million to settle the class action wage theft lawsuit filed 8 months ago. I like International Business Times. It gives you a lot of different stuff going on. Right to the point, like I said. Oakland Raiders pay two former cheerleaders $1.25 million to settle a class action wage theft lawsuit filed 8 months ago. That is the first sentence. It's not, as the sweat glistened while they were bouncing up and down. I'm just saying, guys. You know, really just blows me away with some of the stuff. I'm big into information. So that's pretty crazy. Two cheerleaders allege that the team broke state labor laws when it failed to pay minimum wage. Whoa. Withheld wages for months and refused to reimburse them or their business expenses. Make up. The settlement announced Thursday comes just 1 month after the Raiders admitted to the cheerleaders' claims and gave their new employees a contract that tripled their pay. The contract gave the cheerleaders $9 an hour plus overtime for the 350 hours each cheerleader put in a year. What? Their total annual salary will now be a total of $3,200. Wow, I thought they made a lot more money than that. I mean, how much do these football players make? I mean, I know it's just cheerleading, folks. I'm not trying to condone that. I'm just saying, like, that's not a lot of money. I mean, I understand that the contract gave the cheerleaders $9 an hour. That tripled their pay. Plus overtime for $350 an hour. I mean, I'm reading this, folks. I hope this makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. That seems like really low. Annual salary for these girls is going to be $3,200. Settlement came after the two sides negotiated last month in San Diego. Attorneys agreed to a settlement that will apply to a senior cheerleader who has worked for them since 2010-11 season. Settlement will give cheerleaders $2,500 in back pay and penalties for 2012 school season and $6,000 in back pay and penalties for each of the 3 seasons before that. Well, you know, at least they got their money's worth before. Interesting, but kind of trippy. I don't think any of them should really make too much money on all that stuff. But I think, you know, if they're doing a job, it's interesting to see how much, you know, 350 hours, I guess that's all they're working. It's just 350 hours. So it's like an hour a day almost. So I guess that's not really a lot when you break it down. That makes sense. You know, they make it seem like it's really a big thing.